Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another WWE pay-per-view predictions video. This is of course Money in the Bank 2015 and I'm looking at the card and I think it could be quite a good show. You know, there's a few matches that I'm not 100% sure about, but yeah, I think it could be a really good show. So anyway guys, let's get on with the predictions, my non-biased predictions. First off, we have got the kickoff match between R-Truth and King Barrett. So this is just kind of, you know, thrown in, think, you know, late on. And, you know, I think it could be a decent match. You know, I don't really watch the kickoff matches. But to be honest, I've never seen R-Truth in the Money in the Bank ladder match. You know, when he came out on Raw to do like a little promo about being in Money in the Bank, it was just bloody hilarious, you know, it really was, you know. His little face when he realised he wasn't in it, it was just absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I would like to see him in the match. I would like him to make an appearance, you know. I know he's not an official competitor, but I would like to see him actually come down and, you know, just climb the ladder or something, I don't know. It'd be really, really funny. I would love to see that. As for who I think will win, I think R-Truth will probably win. Reason being is King Barrett since he became king of the ring, he's just become a bit of a jobber. You know, he's hardly ever won, like, anything since he became king. You know, he's hardly won a match. So it's just crazy, to be honest. I don't know what they're doing with King Barrett. I'm not a big fan of King Barrett. I've heard Bad News Barrett, I think, was a better gimmick. You know, I'm just not all for this king thing. So yeah, I think I'll give R-Truth the win here. And then later on he might make an appearance in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which would be just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, my prediction is R-Truth. Who do I want to win? Probably R-Truth. You know, I don't know if I would say that, but you know, R-Truth, you've got to hand it to him. He is really funny. So yeah, I want R-Truth to win because I'm not really a big King Barrett fan. I would much rather he went back to being Bad News Barrett. Next match is the Divas Championship match between Divas Champion Nikki Bella taking on Paige. And I almost always get the Diva matches wrong, because I always keep thinking, you know, Nikki Bella's going to drop the title, but she never does. And the rumour that I've heard is they're probably going to have Nikki Bella beat AJ Lee's, you know, title reign, you know, the length for her title reign, and become the, you know, the longest Divas champion of all time or whatever. You know, I'm not all for it, to be honest guys. I mean, in my opinion, AJ was like the full package. She was good in the ring, great on the mic, you know, really entertaining. Her promos were just absolutely fantastic. You know, but obviously she's, you know, seeing CM Punk. I don't know if she's married to CM Punk or not, but she's seeing CM Punk. So after everything that's happened with CM Punk, you know, I think they'll probably do that. You know, have Nikki Bella beat AJ Lee's record, which is, it's annoying, but from a prediction, guys, I'm going to say Nikki Bella to win. But I would much rather see Paige win. You know, I really would. I'm just getting a bit sick as well of seeing, you know, Nikki Bella against Paige. How many title chances has Paige had? She's had so many. I would love them just to like freshen up the Divas division, have some like different people on it, have Bayley and, you know, Sasha Banks, get them up in the main roster. You know, something needs to happen with the Divas division. I'm getting sick of seeing the same, you know, Divas over and over again. I want to see a bit of variety. But yeah, prediction guys, Nikki Bella to win, but I'd rather see Paige win. Next match is the Intercontinental Championship match between Intercontinental Champion Ryback taking on the Big Show. So the whole gimmick for this match is the big guy versus the Big Show, which, you know, is what it is. It's quite funny, I suppose. But obviously Ryback won the Intercontinental Championship at the Elimination Chamber, so I don't really see what the point would be of him dropping it, you know, 2 weeks later to the Big Show of all people. You know, I don't even know how Big Show even got a title match. You know, he's not been seen for like, what, a month? And he just comes back and just puts himself in a title match. It's, you know, it's quite strange. But, you know, I think this will be, I don't know if it'll be very good. You know, this is probably the match I'm least looking forward to. But I said that about Big Show and Roman Reigns as well, but that actually put in a really, really good match. So I'm hoping this will, you know, happen. This will be the the same thing will happen. You know, they end up putting on a real good match. It looks pretty mediocre on paper, but they end up surprising and putting on a good match. So my prediction is obviously for Ryback to retain, and I want Ryback to retain as well, because, well, Big Show's boring, in my opinion. Next we have the WWE Tag Team Championship match between the WWE Tag Team Champions The New Day taking on the Primetime Players. I think it could be okay. It's not one of the matches that I'm, that much looking forward to. But I think, the New Day are doing really good as, champions. I'm really liking the New Day, as being, heels. And the title reign is, I think, going quite well. I don't really think it'd make much sense for them to drop the titles already. I mean, to be honest, I'd actually quite like to see them drop the titles to, the Primetime Players. I don't know why it's really like the Primetime Players. Titus and Neil I think is really, really good in the ring. So's Darren Young. I think they're both really, really good in the ring. And they're quite entertaining as well, like with their promos and stuff. So personally, I want the Primetime Players to win. But for my prediction, guys, I'm going to go for the New Day because, I just don't think they're ready to drop the title yet. Next match we have is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match between the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins taking on the lunatic thief Dean Ambrose. Thief Ambrose. And yeah, I actually got how Dean Ambrose stole the title and stuff and was taking pictures all around the place. It was really bloody funny actually. And obviously a big Dean Ambrose fan. I'm so glad as well that Seth Rollins has dropped the authority pretty much. They fell out with the security. He's falling out with Kane, Triple H, Stephanie. So it looks like Seth is going to go his own way. Which, to be honest guys, I've been wanting it for a little while. I do think in my opinion, it was kind of spoiling Seth Rollins. I was starting to kind of dislike Seth Rollins, even though the guy's fantastic in the ring, on the mic. In my opinion, really, really good. And yeah, I'm really happy to see Seth Rollins go his own way. I do think people might get involved in this match. Kane might get involved. J&J Security might get involved. Triple H might get involved. You never know, guys. And my prediction's going to be for Dean Ambrose to win, because I think there's going to be a Money in the Bank cash-in tonight. And yeah, I think this would probably build up a really, really good storyline. You probably know what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm going to say my prediction, guys, is Dean Ambrose to win. But he won't be champion, and neither will Seth Rollins, because there's going to be a new champion, and it's going to be due to a Money in the Bank cash-in. So obviously I want Dean Ambrose to win. And yeah, prediction, Dean Ambrose to get the briefcase, but not to be champion. Next match we have is a second last match. It is, of course, the Money in the Bank contract ladder match between Neville, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Kane, Ziggler, and Kofi. I was going to say Bum and Big E. Kofi. I would rather they replaced Kane and Randy Orton with people like R-Truth. I think could have been quite interesting. Or somebody from NXT, have, I don't know, Finn Balor or something. I think he'd be absolutely fantastic in a ladder match. But, yeah, there's the lineup, guys. I can only see this going two ways. But I think I know who's going to win. But I'm going to go through them, individually. Neville, he was last seen, obviously, at the end of SmackDown holding up the Money in the Bank contract, because he climbed the ladder at the end of SmackDown. But yeah, I don't think he's ready to be, a world champion. Big fan of Neville, but yeah, he's not ready for a world title yet. Sheamus, in my opinion, is probably my second pick, to win it. I don't think he will, but if the one that I think is going to win it doesn't win it, I think it could be Sheamus. But I just think it'd be a good move for Sheamus. I'm really liking, the new Sheamus is really, really good. So yeah, I would say Sheamus is probably my second pick. Randy Orton, I don't even think he needs to be in this match, to be honest. It's just not the kind of, it's not the kind of guy to put in one of these kind of matches, because he's had the title, he's been world champion, so many times and stuff. So I don't really think he needs, the Money in the Bank contract. Roman Reigns, in my opinion, is my pick. He's right in the middle there, so that means he's going to win. Nah, Roman Reigns, I do think he will win the Money in the Bank and cash it in on Dean Ambrose. You know, he might even interfere in the match, you know, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and help Dean Ambrose win. And then end up celebrating together, shaking hands and, you know, celebrating together, and then he just says, "Sorry, brother," and then smacks him with the briefcase or something. You know, I just think it would be, you know, a good move, and that would build up a rivalry between, you know, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. You know, the three Shield members, you know, all in a rivalry, which would just be absolutely fantastic. I think that would actually be a really, really good way of doing it. You know, obviously I'm a big Dean Ambrose fan, but I would prefer it, you know, to happen that way. You know, for Roman Reigns to cash in, and I'll start, you know, spark up a rivalry. I think it'd be really, really good stuff. Kane, he's just there to get beaten up. Ziggler, I don't really think he's got much of a chance. And Kofi Kingston, I don't think Kofi will win. You know, I think the New Day might get involved in this, and, you know, everybody will be down, and it'll just be, you know, the New Day in the ring, and they'll help Kofi up the ladder, but, you know, somebody will interfere. Roman Reigns will probably tip the ladder or something, and then, you know, knock them all out. So, and there will be a spot in this match where it looks like Kofi's going to win, but he won't. Anyway guys, that is the Money in the Bank ladder match. Roman Reigns to win. Who do I want to win? Roman Reigns, because I just love to see, you know, a rivalry between him and, you know, Dean Ambrose. It would just be really, really cool. And we get on to the last match, which is, of course, John Cena taking on Kevin Owens. John Cena and Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber, in my opinion, was just absolutely fantastic. A really, really good match. Easily my favourite match on the card, you know. I mean, it was just fantastic, you know. It could have went either way, you know. I didn't know who was going to win. There was times I was like, oh god, Cena's going to win, you know. And I'm like, oh, Owens could win here. But, you know, it was just really, really unpredictable. And I just loved it. I thought it was just absolutely fantastic. They both really did well in the ring as well. And yeah, I'm a big Kevin Owens fan, becoming a big Kevin Owens fan. I would love to see him in the main roster, you know, soon. In my opinion, you know, I'd love to have seen this be for the United States Championship. I think that would make things quite interesting. Who knows, he might steal the title. He might do a Dean Ambrose and steal the title, but nah, probably not. My prediction is, I don't know guys, this is one of those matches that's so hard to predict. I predicted Kevin Owens in the last at the last pay-per-view, and I was right. And yeah, I think they might want Cena to get redemption and get a win. But on the other hand, if Kevin Owens is going up to the main roster soon, getting 2 wins over John Cena would be, you know, pretty damn big. You know, I'm going to go for Kevin Owens. Like I say, this match is so difficult to predict. It's probably the most difficult match on here to predict. But I'm going to go Kevin Owens to get 2 wins in a row. He got a clean win at Elimination Chamber. Hopefully he'll get another clean win. That would just be absolutely amazing. So yeah, prediction guys, Kevin Owens to win, and obviously fully supporting Kevin Owens. So that's it guys, that is my Money in the Bank pay-per-view predictions guys. Let me know what you think, you know, what matches you're looking forward to, who do you think will win some of the matches, and yeah guys, I'll catch us all in the next video, and as always, enjoy the show, and yeah, Roman Reigns is going to win. He's going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Believe that.